First weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set! Black 20.
Flag 59. Here we go.
Alert, alert. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Right, son.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Complete to James Conner.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
A gain of 14. First down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Garoppolo now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Let's go, defense.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's got some space here. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Well, they'll try the jet sweep here. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
It's Coleman here. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over. Let's go. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
A gain of 46 yards on the play. And the Steelers first down.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Hey, 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check. Lucky.
11.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Obviously, the back did some great work running a long way to score a touchdown. But how about the blocks that were set up? How about the vision in finding those openings and getting to the end zone?
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Show it. 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 Show it.
Alpha. Black and green.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Alpha.
My 56, my 56. Cut.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Here we go.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half.
Here we go.
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught inside the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll run here with Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
55.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Roethlisberger will throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we...
That's caught at the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Now remember, still time. They can elect to kick it now from back at the 20.
You have to know what you have mentally from your kicker because the extra points have stressed these guys out all across the league. But I think at this stage of the game, I tried him out there and try it from the 20.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They will run again with Coleman. They find some open field here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw here, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's taken down inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dante Moncrief. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Connor going to try and run it. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. 180. Watch it, come on, baby. Come on, let's go. One, Omaha.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, it's Coleman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight right. Hey, 4 down.
2nd down, McKinnon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Here we go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
12, fellas, here we go.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, orbit. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Niners, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.